Good morning, welcome to the video. It's early, it's about 6:40 Saturday morning. I'm here in Victoria Square, Adelaide CBD. This is where I'm starting my bikepacking trip, Adelaide to Melbourne. Today is day one. I have about a 160K ride from here to Meningie, which is where I'll be spending tonight. I have also a good amount of climbing, about 1,000 meters up over the Adelaide hills and then kind of down into the plains. So I'm gonna get started. I'll show you guys the bike later. Daylight's burning. Let's go. So you can see they're already setting up the event site for the tour down under. Bike's loaded. I got all the bags: saddle bag, frame bag, top two bag, handlebar bag, two like water bottle holsters. This one's got my clothes in it. Let's do it. All right, I just came through the suburbs. Up here on the left is the Crafters Bikeway, which I'll take up into the hills. So I haven't said much about the trip as far as what it entails. It's about 1,000 kilometers, maybe 1,000 to 1,100 kilometers. I'm planning to do about 150K per day, which would be 7 days of riding. I'm out of breath. I've been going up this hill. There's a little downhill section so I can talk. Yeah, 7 days of riding. I'll probably take a rest day towards the second half of the trip. Yeah, really just got to be prepared for everything. The weather's so extreme. It could go from, in Fahrenheit, like mid-50s some mornings to the hottest afternoons. It could be like 110. Wind, you got the sun, so you just need to be prepared for everything. And I'll do a full show of all the gear I'm taking, but packing pretty light, no luxuries or real comforts, just the basic essentials. Pretty much have one of everything. So yeah, the first town that I'll pass through, I think it's called Crafers or Crafters. I think it's Crafers. It's up here in the Adelaide hills. And then from there, I have basically some rolling hills and then like a long gradual downhill as I head, I guess, into the plains and then back towards the coast. I'm about an hour and a half in. I just came down this really nice road. I'm back on the main road now. It is really, really cold. Temperature dropped felt like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Like it's probably in the low 50s. I'm freezing. I don't really want to put on my jacket. I have this like high vis vest. I think I'm gonna put that on. Woohoo! Looks like I'm leaving the hills and heading for the flat land out there. Not sure if you can see it kind of in those clouds and haze. I'm in the town of Strathalburn. It's my first stop. I'm 2.5 hours in, 35 miles. I'm gonna find some water here, and then my next stop will be in Wellington, where I'll catch a ferry actually across a river. That's another 30 miles. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'll catch up with you guys soon. So I loaded up. They went into Woolies, to a supermarket here. I got black licorice, one of my favorite candies, and they have a bunch of it here in Australia. Got 1.5 liters of water, topped off my bottles. So I'm on my way now to Wellington. I'm following the signs. Let's go. Nothing out here. Nothing but headwind. Nothing but headwind and crosswind. Cows. We made it here to Wellington. Tiny little road stop. There's a bridge near here, and I have to take a ferry. Or no, there's no bridge, there's a river. I take a ferry across the river and then continue on to the other side. So look, there's free Wi-Fi here. So this is called the Southern Ocean Drive. There's the map. So we came from Adelaide. You are here, Wellington. And then I'm gonna go south to Meningie. So this is the ferry here. And there's a whole line of cars behind me. These are all the cars that passed me on the highway like the last 20, 30 minutes. They're all just waiting here. And I caught them. So it's mostly like SUVs or people with trailers and campers. So these people are coming off. They're headed west. And then we'll go on next.
There's a tricycle that actually you have a backpack in the back. Let's go, let's go.
All right, just left the ferry. That's it behind me. 66 miles. Next stop, Meningie. That's the destination for today. I'll probably stop between here and there and get some more water. I'm almost out. But yeah, about a little less than 30 miles. So I'll just hammer hard. The aero bars helps a lot. I can easily go like 20 miles an hour. So should be about an hour and a half riding. It's 11:30, so should be there by, that'd be 1:30. And then if I take some breaks, so 1:15, 1:30 max. So that's a pretty good time. Meningie, that way. About 20 more miles. Fuck, straight into a brutal headwind. This is so tough, and I'm all out of water. But hopefully I'm there within the hour. Legend. Just as I said I was all out of water, this guy was turning there and he stopped and waved at me, and I'm all out of water, so I gestured to my water bottles and he gave me this, so I am set. Should be another hour out here. It's 12:44, so hopefully I'm there by 2. Oh, I made it to Meningie. That's day 1 complete, about 94 miles. There's a food land right here, so I'm gonna get some food. I'm starving. So this is the main street of the town. There's a nice park here. And there's this big lake over here. Bathrooms as well. So I just had some food. I drank this liter of orange juice. I had another bag of licorice, and then I got these 2 cans of beans, but they don't have like the pop top, so I'm gonna go back, return them, try to get some other ones, or see if they have a can opener. Just called the fam on the phone as well. Checked in, so they know I'm here safe. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out these cans, get some more food in me, and then I'll probably cruise around the town, try to scout out a camping place for tonight, and then probably just lay down somewhere, put my feet up, take a nap, and then I'll go back to the store before they close tonight, get food for dinner, get food for tomorrow morning, so that as soon as I wake up I'm set and I can just roll out. Alright, so I made the exchange. I have this vegan veggie soup and this can of baked beans. Thank you, Foodland. Soup and beans and juice and licorice hit the spot. Let's go cruise around Meningie. I'll try to find a place to sleep tonight, and then maybe we'll come back to the park, lay down, and try to find a place where I can shower or just wash off my gear as well. Probably this park, the public bathrooms. I can change in there, and then I can wash this stuff. It'll dry during the day, and then I'll put on my PJs, my one change of clothes that I brought, and my jacket. Oh yeah, luxury lifestyle. So there's a BP gas station back behind me, hardware store right there, car wash. There's a liquor store up here and like a bar and hotel. Looks like maybe some campgrounds over here to the left. I'll go down that road in a bit, check them out. And then this is the main strip with like the restaurants, little cafes, the Foodland, which is the grocery store, the only one in town. And then there's a bakery, a Sip and Save, which is another bottle store, motel. Bowling club. Visitor center here on the left. Pharmacy next to the Foodland. A motel up there. Yep, here's like the information visitor center. The park I was at, and that's pretty much it. This is the main street. I'll check out like some of the back roads. I think all the businesses are on this street. I think the back roads are just residential. So going down one of the side streets now, you can see what it looks like behind me. Just some houses and yeah, all residential back here. So I think tonight I'm gonna go down that other street where there was signs for camping, see if I can find a place where I can just stealth camp. The park, I don't really want to camp in the public park because maybe on the outskirts of the park, definitely not in the center area, like by the bathrooms, the playground, and the picnic tables where I was sitting. I'd like to be just a little bit more hidden so I get privacy. And then if I can't find anything there, then I might just ride out of town, 1 kilometer and find a place on the side of the road. The good thing is in that park, there's a water fountain. So in the morning, I can come there and fill up my water bottles. I'll get food tonight for tomorrow morning and for my ride tomorrow. So the only thing I'll need to do in the morning as far as services go is use the bathroom. So I'll see if the public restrooms in the park are open around 6, which is when I'll wake up and leave shortly after that. So tomorrow is one of the toughest days logistically. It's 150 kilometers, about 90 miles from here to Kingston, which is the next town. And there's literally nothing in between other than at 62K, there's an intersection at a place called Salt Creek. And I guess there used to be like a roadhouse or service station there, but it's closed. It's been closed. But occasionally there's a guy. It's like a coffee van. He has like a van and he sells coffee and some refreshments and snacks out of the van. But I didn't know if that was going to be open or maybe he's just not there, on the day you're going through. So then you'd literally have to be, I'm getting attacked by flies. You'd have to be self-supported for about 90 miles, which is just hard. It's, you can carry enough food, but carrying enough water is difficult. So I went by the gas station because I figured lots of travelers, would be going in there that had came from that direction, so I'd have a good chance of talking to someone. And sure enough, this guy actually came up and started talking with me. He's a fellow cyclist. He's done like a bikepacking, bike tour trip before, and he just came from there. And he said, the van is there. And yeah, today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. And there's a lot of people out like camping and driving around. He said When they went through today, there were about 20 cars there that had stopped, basically to take a break from the drive or get refreshments, snacks, etc. So that's a great sign that it'll probably be like that tomorrow. Again, it's another weekend day. And even if the guy isn't there, I can probably, if I'm really desperate and need something, ask, just one of the other drivers or road users if they have a bottle of water. But I'm pretty sure the thing will be open tomorrow. And then I also met 2 kids who are from here, this little town. And I was able to ask them about it as well. So if you're ever doing something similar, locals are your friends, and go to gas stations, because that's how you'll be able to meet other travelers that have info. We're scouting, so I went back to the gas station, and they open at 6:30. They have bathrooms that will be open at 6:30, so that's just good to know. If I wake up around 6, and then, pack up my sleeping stuff, and then roll past there 6:30, can use the restroom before I get out with the day. And then funny enough, I'm wearing my vegan kit, and there's this vegan couple from Melbourne. They drove to Adelaide, and now they're driving back to Melbourne, and they saw my thing and said hi, so it's pretty cool. I made it back to the park. I figured I'd just do a quick overview of the bike setup. So I'll start back here with the saddlebag. I have my sleeping system in here, so my sleeping bag, sleeping pad. Also have a mosquito bug net in there. I have these sandals, so I can take these off, which I'll probably do soon. I just have them strapped on. This is just a strap I made from an old bike inner tube. I have them tied there, and then in here under this strap I was keeping my reflective high vis vest that I was wearing earlier. I just have it tucked in the back of my jersey right now. I have a light there, and I have a bunch more lights in here. So in here is here's a tote bag that I have, some plastic gloves, like rubber gloves, in case I need to do work on the bike and not get my hands all dirty. Have some lights down here, lube. It's actually my swimming goggles, and I brought my Speedo as well. Allen key set. I got 2 spare tubes in the back. That's tire levers. That's pretty much everything in there. 2 bottles, obviously. And then this bag I have phone chargers, toothbrush, spoon, flossers, chargers, some alcohol wipes to keep my hands clean, my passport, flashcards. And I have these 2 bottle holsters. This one, it actually just has my clothes, so my t-shirt and my pair of shorts. That's the only other clothes I brought other than what I'm wearing. I just stuffed them in there. And then this one is just kind of random stuff. There's an extra inner tube at the bottom. I have my absolute backup bag of cane sugar, 100 grams. There's a plastic cup in there, some headphones. Phone mount in the middle, Garmin mount here, aero bars. This was huge for battling the headwind. You need aero bars, man, if you're doing this, because it's just so windy and you go so much faster. Bike lock, haven't used it yet. Just have that on here. And then up front on this handlebar bag, in here is my puffy coat. And then this is just a windbreaker, which I'll probably throw on now because you can see it's very windy and it's actually pretty cold. Wardrobe change, a lot more comfortable. Flip-flops on, or they call them thongs here. I got my thongs on, jacket, fresh clothes. So I'm walking back to Foodland. I'm just gonna get some more food. And I'm also trying to find out where I can charge up my Garmin, charge up my phone. back at the gas station, they have like a little seating area, and not like a restaurant, but it's just seating for like the hot food that they have there, like fucking hot dogs and shit. So they seemed really friendly earlier when I was talking to them. So after I'm done at the park, maybe in an hour or two, I'll go back there. How I can just sit down inside and charge everything up. Got some more groceries, so I got a 50-gram bag of dates, which I'll eat right now. I have another can of beans, and then I got 2 bags of licorice to snack on tomorrow, and then another bag of sugar for fuel for tomorrow and probably the next 2 days after that. Before I went into the grocery store, I actually met another bike packer over there. His name's Jan. I think he's from Germany. He's biking across Australia. He's also like done multiple bike tours across the US, across Europe. And he actually just went over to the local campground, and I told him if it's about 30 Australian, then I'll like join him, and then we can just split it. So it would be like 15-ish Australian to share like a campsite area. So I just got a call from him on WhatsApp. So I'm gonna head over there in maybe 30-ish minutes once I eat this, and then get more food for later in case I need it. Yeah, it'll be cool to talk to him and hear about his adventures, learn from a bikepacking veteran. Gourmet. So I just had dinner with Jan. He's back there. That's like the kitchen area at this campground, which I'll show you guys a bit of. I had another tomato soup, extra large can, tall boy. It's my type of tall boy. And then another can of beans. Should be good for tomorrow morning. If I get hungry tonight, then I'll just eat some of that licorice. This is like a RV campground. And then a few other tent campers as well, but most with like RVs or trailers. So these are most of the vehicles passing us on the highway, either like trucks, SUVs, or people pulling trailers. And the nice lakefront campsites. Check out that Mercedes. I haven't seen one like that. Check out this Land Cruiser here. Tricked out, lift, bumper. They got the cargo in the back, tent on top. And then this is like a Mercedes Sprinter van, but it's got a cargo bed. We have the Sprinter vans in the US, but I've never seen one with a truck bed. So there's another Sprinter there. Those are the ones that we have. And then more campers over here. So the one nice thing about being here at this campground is that one critical element of my sleep system didn't make it in time. I ordered this ultralight tarp, which was super compact, and that's really something that's needed because I don't have a bivy bag. I just have my sleeping bag on the ground on a pad, and I can put the tarp over it to protect me from wind. Rain is really unlikely, but morning dew is really regular, and Jan said that yesterday there was like thick dew. There was like a bunch of water on the top of his tent. So the good thing is here, if there is dew in the morning, honestly, what I'll do is I'll go under one of these trucks and just move and go under a truck, someone's truck at the campsite to get out of the rain. Or back here, you can see there's this awning. There's a park right outside the campsite. It's literally maybe a 100-yard walk to get over there from where I'll be sleeping by this tree, which I'll show you in a sec. So again, if there's dew, I can go under there to be protected. So here are the bikes here. My bike here, Jan's bike on the other side, his tent. Shoes there. This is the sleeping setup right here. I have my shorts out here. I was just drying those off, drying them from when I washed them. Got my socks, bug net, sleeping bag. So I'm gonna sleep right here. And I'll show you Jan's setup. So he has this one-man, lightweight, super minimal tent. And this is his bike. So he was doing a bunch of off-road riding. He rode from Perth, and he's ridden close to or over 3,000 kilometers, or maybe 4,000, I'm not sure. But he's got the panniers on the back. This is like a lock here. He's got a rack here. His tent goes here, I believe. Saddlebag stuff's in there. Oh, that's his underwear. It's his undies. He's got a frame bag, water storage down here, top 2 bag. He's got aero bars, 2 drink holsters like I do, speaker, motivation. And then he's got this big, he's got like 2 bags up front. This is like a handlebar bag, and this is another bag here. Bags on his fork, water bottle cages up front. He's living from his bike, so he's been in Australia for several months. He's like doing a bike tour for a couple weeks, and then he's like settling down, working for 1 month, 2 months. He's headed to Tasmania after Melbourne. So yeah, different style of setups. He's obviously here much more long term, and he was doing off-road stuff, so he can carry like a week of food or multiple days worth of food. I think the most he said he carried was a week. He has a stove if he needs it. He has a pot, all that stuff. I obviously don't have any of that. Full moon. Good night.